Come on, let's go.
No, it's a special kind of fruit. I care. Oh my God.
Hey, Eric, go sit down. Eric, now, sit.
Excuse me. Do I really have friends? Good friend.
All right, look, you do have a quiz tomorrow. If we have time. Wait, Ariel, wait till the end of the period, okay, please? I want to get started. If we have time at the end of the period, I'll quickly go over, just quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. You can do this on your own, obviously. All right? But the quiz is going to be on sections A, B, and C. I put it on the board. If you haven't looked at it yet, you can look at it when I leave. All right? But you're going to have this quiz tomorrow. It's basically straight definitions. There is no word bank. Yes, there's a bonus. That's pretty much it. I think there's actually 11 words we've done so far. I think there's only 10 on the quiz. So yes, you can do the math. It'll be 10 points apiece. Derek. Chromosomes are just DNA that's coiled up. Okay? It's still DNA. It's just coiled. I didn't bring my thing again today. But
So it's
almost like a string. You ever, and I did this. You were absent that day, right? It's just, think of a string that's coiled up into a nice little bundle ball. All right? That's what basically a chromosome is. It is DNA, just coiled up. Okay? Not stretched out.
Is all DNA like that?
All DNA is usually naturally found in a chromosome state. Unless the body needs the information in there, then it'll unroll that piece, copy, and then roll it back up again. It's almost like a file cabinet. Okay? Quick. Riley?
Two things.
Quick.
Last night, I just kept saying it over and over, and I'm trying to say
Saying it over and over?
Yeah, DNA.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, can I do the do now?
Sure.
Okay.
I like the second question better. Go.
Dominant recessive.
Good. All right? Your body will determine which will show depending on what is dominant and what is recessive. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Dan? Question or no question? I talked about it Friday and I put it on the board yesterday. Which was Monday. Tuesday. That would make yesterday?
Monday.
Yay.
Friday.
Andrew. Yes.
Can I please take
Yes.
Don't change it.
Next, homework. Let's get this rolling so we can get working today.
Is
Mr. Nielsen wanted to hear me say it.
Nope. Ready? Number one, read it, answer it, please. Katie. I knew you were dying to answer this one. I could tell it. I could feel it. Shh, wait till Karamia stops talking. Go, Katie. Alleles, good. All right? This is the main thing we talked about yesterday. Next, please. Kayla?
How many alleles does everyone have for each trait in their body? 2.
Correct. All right? And this one kind of answers where there's 2 come from. Yes. Ariel, go ahead. Definitely true. You get 1 allele from your mother, 1 allele from your father for every single part of your body. All right, Andrew, question? Is this bathroom?
No.
Go, what?
Okay, so basically, you know how you said blue eyes are always recessive?
Yes. To brown.
How would I have blue eyes? Would I have to get 2 recessives? But my dad is brown eyes and my mom is blue eyes.
So your father's heterozygous. We'll do that soon at the end of the week.
Alright.
Hang in there. No. No. And I told you why before we got in here. Ready? Next. Karamia.
The stronger
Allele.
allele is known as recessive. That's false.
False. Correct. Good. Next, Jimmy James.
The weaker allele is known as recessive allele. True.
Definitely true. Correct.
It's recessive.
Next, Gabby.
If you have a dominant allele, it means that you will only show
Why are the
the
cool books
dominant
out there?
Why are you interrupting? Go sit down. Gabby, what's the final answer?
You will always show the dominant trait.
Good. Next. Riley.
An organism with two similar alleles is known as homo.
Homozygous. All right. And lastly, Dean.
An organism with two different alleles is known as heterozygous.
Is what? Heterozygous. Good. I couldn't hear you. All right. Perfect. Okay. So now look. Any questions on any of that stuff before we move on today? Today, I know this sounds great. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. All right? You're actually going to start. First sheet we're going to do is just, I want to make sure you got the homozygous dominant, heterozygous, and homozygous recessive information locked down tight. Okay? Because if you don't know this after today, you're going to hear me say these words literally every single day for the rest of the chapter. You have to know what these three things mean. Okay? All right? You have to know what homozygous dominant means. You have to know what heterozygous means. You have to know what homozygous recessive means. I think half of you right now probably understand it and get it. But in case you don't, we're going to practice this quick. It should take about 5 minutes. All right? But we're going to work on these right here. Okay? Oh, you know what? Mrs. Rontos doesn't have a paper. Shoot. All right? We'll have to get it. You ready? Here we go. Let me give you this first. Gabby, quick.
What's the difference? Like, I'm confused.
Go ahead. Just say it loud so while I do this at the same time.
I'm confused on why the big B and the small B is called heterozygous.
Are called heterozygous?
Yeah.
Because they're different. They're not both the same capital or the same lowercase. They're both B's, but when you're talking about homozygous and heterozygous, you're talking about capitals or lowercase, not the letter. Does that make sense, Gabby?
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, it's about the punctuation, not the letter. Eric, Bethel? What?
So if the mom puts the brown
Go ahead.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. If the kid gets blue eyes from mom and then brown eyes from dad, go ahead.
Yeah. Like, how does the body decide which one?
Because brown is dominant over blue.
Like, always?
Always. Always.
But if they're both blue eyes, it's guaranteed blue.
Absolutely. If you only have DNA for blue, you're going to have blue. You can't have brown if you don't have the information for it.
And if they're both blonde, it has to be.
Correct?
Wait, but what if they
Yes.
And
We're going to get to all those at the end of the week, so hang in there, okay? Hang in there. We're
Are
gonna,
we supposed to write that down? Like the bottom one?
if you wanted to, you don't have to. You're going to do it right here. All right? You ready? On this piece of paper. Chloe, quick question?
Yeah, like what Jamie was saying.
Go ahead.
Don't you still carry like say your recessive gene that you were born with?
Mm-hmm.
So can't you give that to your kid?
Only if you're heterozygous. Good. You got that. Good. You're ahead of the curve right now. If you're homozygous recessive, you're only going to give the recessive trait. If you're homozygous dominant, you'll never give the recessive trait to your kid. Does that all make sense to you? Good. You got it. We're going to talk about that coming up in the end of the week. All right? We're going to get into it. If you have no idea what I just said, relax. Don't worry. We're not there yet. All right? I just gave her a quick advanced course, crash course for Thursday and Friday. All right? So ready? On this sheet, next to each one, I just want you to tell me which one's homozygous dominant, which one's heterozygous, which one's homozygous recessive. That's it. Hopefully it'll go quick. All right? Should get this pretty quick and going. Let me see if this will work. You don't have to skin this and put it on for the kids at home, do you? Let me do the other sheet too. Yeah, I think put it up in a break. Could you switch maybe with Jess for a second? Oh, okay, okay. All right, we'll see what we can do. I think the kids at home are not gonna get this. It stinks. Come on, Dean. You're not sure, Dean? Put it down. Oh, you have no idea. Okay, you were out yesterday, right? Okay, sorry. No problem. Look up there. See homologies? Homologies. Okay, so these two are two of the same. So this would be. Alright, but you can have two more of the same. So the total capital is, okay, so these would be more, two of the same. This one would be also. But this lower case. You have one. These are different. They're not the same. Different. Don't sweat. Remember, look at me. Next to every homozygous on your sheet, you have to tell me, is it homozygous dominant or is it homozygous recessive?
Can we write
You-
R and D?
Write it out, because you're going to need to write it out on your test. Okay? So there's no such thing as just homozygous on here. It's either homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive. All right? You can't just leave plain old. You want to borrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to borrow for this?
Just this period?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that other than.
So I have it
what do I
all.
have to do? Put a pay in the butt?
Finish for you. Want my whole card?
No, no. Why do I need this thing too?
Yeah.
Why is this place suck so much sometimes?
I mean, it's up to you. It
No,
might be a
it's
little
fine.
headache. You're more than welcome to it.
No,
Sorry, Miss Johnson.
no, not your fault.
Yeah, you're more welcome to it. All right, so ready? Let's go over this quick. You ready?
Oh,
Number one, what'd you get? Please, Gabby.
Homozygous dominant.
Number two, what'd you get? Reagan.
Homozygous recessive.
3, what'd you get? Amy. Amy got mad at me this morning. I loved it. Amy, number 3.
Do you put something like dominant or recessive with it?
Amy, ready? What'd you put?
I didn't put any.
No? What do you think it should be? Which one of these do you think
What number?
number 3 should be? Which one of those? You have to guess.
It's hetero.
It's definitely heterozygous. That's it. All right? Heterozygous is only heterozygous. You have one of each. One capital and one lowercase. All right? That's it. You're good. Perfect. So 4, what do you put? Amy. Good. Number 5. Amy. She's really gonna get mad at me again twice in one day. It's gonna be great.
Homozygous recessive.
You got it. 6. Somebody else. Dean.
homo.
6. Heterozygous. Good. All right. You were out yesterday. Dean, number 7.
Homozygous dominant.
Love it. You got it, Dean. I think anyway. 8. Ruga. Delaney. Heterozygous. 9. Dan. Love it. 10. Alexis. Good. 11. Jimmy James.
Homozygous dominant.
12. Katie. Love it. 13. Ariel. Heterozygous. 14. Eric. And 15. Brooke.
Homozygous recessive.
Beautiful. Easy. Sorry, I hiccuped at the same time. I don't know if you heard that or not. Ready? It's not a quiz or a lab. Just clear everything off your desk except a pencil or pen. It's not a quiz. You're doing a quiz tomorrow. Everything off except a pencil or a pen. You don't need anything else.
Do we need this or do we need to like?
You only need a pencil or a pen.
It's
I know, like 24
You
hours.
only, you probably don't need it. Keep it for a little bit in case you forget. But by the end of this chapter, if you don't know that, I don't know where you've been for the last 2 weeks. We're going to really drill it 1,000 times into your head. All right, so ready, today. Genetics is a little different from all the other chapters. All the other chapters this year? Beautiful. They posted it?
Yeah.
All right, if they could, all right, great. If they could go to, should just go to these spots. All right, let's do that one now, okay? The other ones should be a little easier. All right? So good, the kids at home can follow along now. All right, I owe Jess. So look, all right? All the other chapters this year, just memorization. This is it and go. All right? This chapter, you have to memorize stuff, but then you're also going to use this stuff. Different. All right? A little more involved. Trust me, this has been going great today. So don't freak out. Let me hand this out first. Okay? There's only 7 questions. Don't even attempt the questions yet. Please just let me hand this out and give you my little explanation. Then I promise I will be quiet. I will let you work. Hopefully you'll understand this. But this sheet is actually going to put everything we talked about on Friday and Monday together and see if you're really understanding how genetics basically works. Okay? It's not perfect, but pretty good, I hope. All right? I've been cream cheese lately. I like butter too, don't get me wrong. Oh! The window open? That window open. Thank you, Chloe. Sorry. That was weird. It just took off, didn't it? It wasn't just me, right?
Yeah. No, it was everyone.
Ready?
We all blew at the same time.
Did I do the green screen on here already?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Ready? Watch this, okay? This isn't as, I hope it's not scary at all, but it's not that bad at all, okay? All right? So watch this. First, there's a female dog here, a mom. And basically, she produced an egg, all right? And in that egg, there was at least 1 chromosome that was given to a puppy. Everybody understand that's a chromosome?
Yeah.
Everybody understands if you unraveled this whole chromosome, it would be a really big strand of DNA? But it's been compressed. Right, Derek? Okay? Because you asked this before. All right? So ready? Oops. Egg. Almost the same thing, but with a male dog, produced a sperm. And in that sperm was its chromosome, one of its chromosomes that it's going to give its puppy when the sperm and egg fertilize and these 2 dogs have a baby. All right? Now ready? This is a chromosome. What do you think these sections are? Andrew.
Genes.
Good. Wait 1 second. Let me get through the whole spiel. I might answer your question. These are genes. This will be gene number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Here is a similar chromosome from the father. And on that same similar chromosome, he has similar sections of the same genes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, like we said yesterday, would these 2 L's be alleles for the same 1 gene? Is this dog going to get 1 allele from the mother and 1 allele from the father?
Yeah.
Everybody gets 2 alleles for every 1 gene. Make sense? So far? And again, then the body will determine of those genes. This is your do now question. Of those genes you got from the mother and the father, the ones that will show will depend on which ones are dominant and which ones are recessive. Here's an actual example of your do now question, really. Okay? So basically, look at me. Do not memorize this. Do not. It's for the kids at home too, okay? You don't have to memorize this chart. Not for the quiz tomorrow, not for the test when we have it. You don't need to memorize this, period. Don't waste your time. Okay? You're just using this chart on this sheet. It tells you what the trait is, and then it will tell you what's dominant and what's recessive. Again, do not try to memorize. Oh, you can if you want to. You will never need it from me. So if you really want to still, that's up to you. Does everybody understand this so far? Ready? Based on the mother's chromosome, the father's chromosome, and the puppy who's going to get both these chromosomes, you should be able to answer questions 1 through 7 on this sheet at this point and apply what you've learned. I'm going to be honest with you. Number 3 is tricky. Okay? There's been very few, I think actually 2 people all day in the entire 7th grade to actually get this right. I'm going to walk around. When you're done, I'm just going to look at people's back. I'm going to look at number 3. Don't ask me if you got it right or wrong. I won't tell you. I want you to try all of them, obviously. Try to get all of them right. If you get number 3 wrong, like 99% of the class did, so what? It's a tricky one. All right? Good luck. Go. Do the best you can. I'll give you 10 minutes or so. We'll go over it together. I'm not collecting. It's not graded. Just do the best and see if you understand this. What do you got in? What? Oh. What do you think? Good. They're all fraternal foods. No, not today. Sorry. You're going around interrupting other classes, so it's not good. Finish first. Finish first, and I'll let you go. You'll be first to go. Dan, what's up, buddy? Capital's always the dominant. Look, all capitals, always under the dominant, right? All lowercase, always under the rest. Whatever you think. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to answer your question. We'll see. That was me. Oh. Number 2 is not tricky at all, in my opinion. 3 is much trickier. Do the best you can, Jimmy. We'll go over it. We'll go over it. With the new puppy, given this information, right? Both of these together will form a puppy. So would this new puppy have a spotted coat? So you're going to look at the S's.
Oh, because all these are not on there. So
Right.
yes.
Whatever you think.
It's right here.
Whatever you think. Maybe. I told you don't ask, and you asked anyway.
You said that? I think so.
I said it twice. Maybe. Same thing I just said to Andrew. We'll see. We'll see. You have another question?
No.
Oh, then I don't have to go over here.
No, but
Put your answer down. We'll go over it now because people are listening. You just put anything down and go to the bathroom. Go. I don't believe you. Let's go.
This is like.
Just leave it.
Maybe. Oh, what time was? 13 minutes. Raise your hand if you need another minute. Be honest. All right, take your time. We still got plenty of time. Plenty of time. If you're done, sit tight, okay? Yeah. What?
It's throwing me off because you said most people got number 3 wrong. So if because I feel like if I put the obvious answer down, I can be wrong. So I feel like
You have to explain
the
why.
non-obvious answer down, I feel like I'm gonna be
Basically,
wrong.
I'm using my Jedi mind trick on all of you.
Maybe you were lying about
Determining if you have the Skywalker gene right now.
Probably not. So big.
What? You don't? All right.
My hands taste like
I have
cupcakes.
Wait, who got the number 3 right?
You should know better, Chloe. Come on.
Mr. Nielsen.
Chloe. You can't be curious about why his means.
No, I said taste, not smell.
Mr. Nielsen.
She's still calling you. Trying to not listen. How do you Oh, did you have something? Were you asking me
Shut
something?
up.
Oh, was I talking out loud? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was all by myself.
No, the mask made a little bit more. No, you can stay there.
Oh, I will. I'm just going to get a drink of water.
Well, who guessed number 3 right today?
I'm not going to tell you.
I feel like I'm gonna put down the other answer where I feel like I have the wrong.
Yeah, but I'm going to go say, oh, can I have to go to the bathroom now?
Oh, we're going outside. No, we're not. Don't even get excited. They must have got trouble just going back inside. Maybe. Ready.
Are you ever going to check our answer?
No, you're going to check your answers right now. You're big boys and girls. Elementary school's over. You want to keep the wrong answer? That's on you. Ready?
Oh, you're just going to put it up?
Not even. We're just going to talk and you're going to figure it out.
Okay.
Most of this is yes or no answers anyway, so if you can't figure that out, I don't know how you made it 7th grade.
Maybe.
No.
What do you got something to say over there?
Suspender.
Can I?
Ready.
Expel
All right, so ready? Follow along, okay? All right, and please quiet, because I want the guys at home and girls at home to be able to hear this. All right, I don't have the questions on the screen, but they should be able to follow along. Ready? Question number 1. Hopefully not too hard of a question. Who thinks they got it? Dan, I love it. Go ahead, get your hand up first. What do you think, Dan? Do you think the answer is yes? The puppy would have a spotted coat? Why do you think the puppy would have a spotted coat? Because what? What do you mean the S? There's 2 S's. What do we call the uppercase S? Thank you. The what? No, this is. No, you're just going to say the dominant S. Does the puppy have the dominant allele? Where did he get the dominant allele from, mom or dad? Correct. That's why the puppy will have a spotted coat. Will this puppy be carrying solid coat?
Yes.
Yes, from
Dad.
dad's allele. You understand these words? Okay? All right? This puppy will be, ready? This puppy for spotted or solid coat will be homozygous or heterozygous?
Heterozygous.
Heterozygous. Hetero, because you got 1 capital and 1 lowercase. Heterozygous. You just did that on the sheet that you wanted to throw away already. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Why?
Question?
I want to do number 3 really bad.
Let's do number 2 first, because that usually comes next. Number 2.
What's the answer?
So the answer for this one is yes, it's spotted.
C.
Okay? So question number 2. This one's a little different. Still dealing with the spotted or the solid, except we're only talking about mom. We're not talking about the male. We're not talking about the puppy. Okay? Not talking about, that looks like poop, but either way. All right? Pumps as well, I don't know. But either way, we're just talking about the mother. What kind of coat pattern will the mother have? Number 2. Will it have spotted or solid? Raise your hand, please. What do you think, Chloe?
Spotted.
Why will the mother definitely have a spotted coat, Chloe?
That's dominant.
Because it what?
It's dominant.
Because she has the dominant,
S.
the dominant what?
Gene.
Good. I'll take dominant gene or dominant allele. All right, I want to start training you to use the right words here, okay? Because you're going to start using them a lot this week and all next week. Number 3. Andrew, since you're dying to ask this, read it and answer it, Andrew.
Yes, because he is the other allele.
Raise your hand if you agree with Andrew and the answer should be yes. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not done yet, Karamia. Raise your hand if you think the answer should be no. Come on, most of you put no, so raise your hands and be honest. If you put no. You put nothing? All right, that's not good. I wanted you to try one. Ready? Derek, what's the answer to number 3, please?
It could be.
Could be what?
It could be spotted.
Or it could be.
Solid.
Explain.
The male dog could have had a dominant gene, be spotted, but he was recessive gene.
Ready? Look, I know what he's saying, and he's right. All right, somebody else said could be too. I forget who it was. Somebody else in here was, I think, close. I don't remember who. Ready? Watch. The question is, does the male dog, so we're just talking about this strip right here, does it have a spotted coat? Okay? The right answer is maybe. Could be. It's not yes. It's not no. It's maybe or I don't know. I need more information. Here's why. Listen. You know the male dog has a lowercase recessive allele because it gave that to the puppy. But Derek's right. This dog has another chromosome. Unfortunately, you don't know what's in this spot. It could be a big S. If it's a dominant S, then obviously this male would be spotted. But what if it's a lowercase s? Then this dog will definitely be solid. But you don't know what's here. So the answer to number 3 is, I don't know. I need more information. It may be yes, it may be no. It could be, just like Derek said.
That was a trick question.
I told you it was a trick question when we started. You should have said that. Okay?
I was thinking that, but I was thinking explanation.
Look. All right. Raise your hand if it makes sense now.
Yeah, well, that's a problem.
That's all. That's the important part, guys. I can care less. Look, stop, Andrew. I could really care less who got it right, who got it wrong. You understand it now. That's the important part. All right? I think the rest of the questions are pretty straightforward. All right? How are we doing time-wise? You got 4 minutes? Ready? Number 4. Now we're back to the puppy. And it's a different trait. We're talking about hair texture. What would the puppy's hair texture be? Hair texture is the bees. Dominant is bristly. Silky is recessive. So here we are with the bees. Now we're talking about the puppy. So we got to combine these two. Would the puppy have bristly or silky hair? Somebody raise your hand. Really? I know, but you just went. So I want to pick on somebody else. Reagan.
Silky.
How do you know?
Because they both have the recessive gene.
Which we call what? Which zygous?
Homozygous recessive.
I love it. Because the puppy's homozygous recessive. That's a good answer. Ready? Number 5. Let me clear this.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one.
Don't do that. Number 5. Would the puppy have curly or straight hair? So now we're talking about hair curliness. Would the puppy have, sorry, I'm just waiting for this thing to switch off. Will the puppy have curly or straight based on this letter and that letter representing those alleles? What would the puppy have? Riley?
Curly.
Does it have any choice?
No.
What zygous will this puppy be for curliness?
Homo dominant.
Homozygous dominant.
Oh yeah.
Good. All right, don't forget the zygous. 6A. Now we're back to just the mother. It says the female dog. Does it have curly hair? Does it have curly hair? The mother. Does she have curly hair? Andrew.
Yes.
Definitely?
Without a doubt. 'Cause,
Why?
She is a dominant homozygous because she
You don't know if she's homozygous, but because she has the dominant gene or allele, I'll take either one. Perfect answer. Stop right there.
the male is different.
Well, we're doing that next. 6B. Does the male dog have curly hair?
Yes.
Definitely?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because it's the dominant
It has the dominant
Allele.
allele.
allele gene.
Is this all making sense?
Another homozygous
Okay.
is
The puppy will be homozygous dominant.
Yeah.
The parents you don't know because you don't know their other chromosome. The puppy's definitely homozygous dominant. Did I just answer the next one? No. The last one. Last question.
No, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't answer number 7 yet. Ready? So number 7 deals with hair length. Finally, the last gene we haven't mentioned yet. Is the puppy homozygous or heterozygous for hair length? What do you think, Dan? Heterozygous. Absolutely. Good? Makes sense? Serious?
Yes.
yeah.
Questions?
Not really.
No?
Why do you like this?
Because look, does this kind of wrap up literally, like I said, everything we talked about Friday and Monday in one little problem? Okay? Honest? I know this isn't, I hope this isn't the best thing you've ever learned. Alright? We're ready? Does it give you a visual of kind of what's really going on? And understanding your definitions and words. Alright? I think this is a decent worksheet. Alright? Do I think it's the most exciting thing you've ever done? God, I hope
Yes.
not. Alright? But I think it ties everything in pretty good. Even last chapter with the sperm and egg. Okay, Derek? Go ahead.